is a Bramble Jam podcast. Tracy, get back!
Gosh. March 10th, 2021 is your day today. Oh!
Look at that UFO flying in the sky.
It's crazy.
Whoa!
Oh! All those lights, man.
Did you hear about that UFO?
Yeah.
Big boy. It was. Don't be mean.
UFOs aren't real.
UFOs are very much real.
Show me one.
They're unidentified flying objects. But FBI, or they bring up, they talk about them all the time. They confirm them.
Yeah, but we don't have any actual, empirical evidence of them.
But what you said is patently false. The
What
UFOs aren't real.
But just
the
right.
definition of UFO is unidentified flying object,
right.
And the military, on a regular occasion,
right.
including last week, talks about
You
this.
are right. The definition and the actual, I'm wrong. You're right on that. What I meant was any evidence of any of these UFOs being anything other than human. That's what we don't have any evidence of. That was on me. It's on me.
We can agree
I'm wrong. You're right. That's just a fact there.
Thank you. There was a big, a cool UFO video over New Mexico last week. This pilot took it, and the FAA is like, we don't know.
Do you think they say that when they're just trying to hide secret shipments of things? That's what I would do.
Would it surprise you if the American guy, if Area 51 was really what a lot of people think it is?
Yes, it would surprise me. If we have any evidence, legit empirical evidence of life outside of our Earth, and it has not been released, I would be shocked to the core. Actual evidence. Not weird things that kind of happen and don't make sense. Not that. Actual evidence. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. Not anywhere hidden. It doesn't exist.
Listen to this. It's this pilot was flying from Charlotte to Phoenix. And he's talking to he's on radio back and forth talking about what do you see? Do we got any targets up here? And they're like, no, we got nothing. And he's like, oh boy, there's something wild up here.
You said that really soft.
It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, you say
it stays like this. I miss Stary
time. That's right.
Man, an exciting day today, everybody.
Boy, isn't it?
What's going on with you? Let me tell you what's going on with me. Here we go right now. It's March 10th. It is National Landline Telephone Day, everybody. National Landline Telephone. Calm down there.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Landline, baby.
Guys, I have to tell you about Brookios.
Brookie.
It's
dude,
an
if you
Oreo.
don't know about Brookios.
This is blown my mind. Sheila Calloway sent us a box.
Oh, my gosh.
Go get them real quick.
Okay.
Go get them real quick. I want to talk about these.
Do it, bam.
These are Oreo. We'll talk about it when you get back with the box. Right. Bramble Jam Plus is really, I think, what is making lives better and dreams come true. BrambleJamPlus.com. You can get all our shows completely ad-free. You can get exclusive Gavel, exclusive Bayside, and also exclusive fun, including something that's happening today for our all-access members, which is Lunch with the Boys.
Lunch with the boys?
Zooming, lunch, eating together. You can ask us anything. We'll talk about whatever you want to. We'll argue about it was always you. Anything and everything is what we're going to be doing over on Bramble Jam Plus. So go to BrambleJamPlus.com today to get your stuff. Dan, where'd you go, pal?
We got another package.
We got another package. We never know who it's from. All right, so you got the Brookios.
I got the Brookios. I got them.
Now, the Brookio is... I didn't know that they existed until last week.
Give me two. Come here. Brookios. It is a brownie Oreo cookie dough mix. And boy, howdy,
Guys,
it...
I didn't know that they existed until last week, and I will say this. This is a bold claim. I thought you were getting me one.
No. I got me a stack over here.
Now...
This is the best store-bought cookie from a national store-bought cookie, period. It has got a cookie dough in it. It's got brownie in it, and it's got the Oreo cream in it. And
it looks like a double stuff amount too.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best Oreo I've ever had.
Ever.
And I was true and tried to the double stuff. Singles too much, triples too, singles too little, triples too much. Mega, sorry. The double stuff Oreo was the best cookie, but this is
better.
Is another level. It's another.
Did you say
level.
you were true and tried?
True and tried. You might say tried and true.
Yeah, you might say.
Doesn't matter. Man. Hey, it's National Landline Telephone Day. I got a call yesterday on my cellular device, and it was an unknown number, but I answered it, and it sounded funny, and I'll play it for you.
What?
Hey, hello, it's Bran. What was that? Come again now? It's a landline. It's a landline telephone. You're a landline telephone? Yes. And Dad knows about National Landline Telephone Day. God bless. So that was the call. That's spooky, huh?
The fact that it said "God bless."
That was weird.
That's weird. I feel like you've done a similar bit.
No.
Before.
That I got a call from a landline telephone?
No, not from a landline telephone. Of course not.
No.
What's great is it could have been anyone calling.
No,
from a landline.
It was a landline.
Because if I'm calling from a landline, I could say this is a landline telephone.
No, it was a landline telephone.
Just called you.
Called me somehow.
Spontaneously.
Yes.
Called you.
Called me.
Well, it's good they did because I do know about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this dates all the way back to the late 1800s, if you can believe it. Alexander Graham Bell, in the process of inventing the first real landline telephone, and he had some competition that gets lost in the records. Oh, Copper Lewis. Copper Lewis really thought his real name was, Dave Lewis, but he went by Copper because he thought everything could be solved with copper. He created a phone line system completely out of copper. It was very expensive. The line went all the way from his living room to his bathroom. And he tried to call his wife on it. And when he spoke, it electrocuted her to death.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He was arrested immediately, put in jail. And they were like, Copper gets a bad rap. Yeah, he killed his wife, but he gets a bad rap. So let's name National Landline Telephone Day after him. And so they did posthumously, and it's National Landline Telephone Day. Back to you, Brant.
So you're
Rookie-o, baby.
This day is really just to celebrate the invention of the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell. Yeah, it had nothing to do with copper, but it does remember the heyday of landline phone in all its glory, and just remembering how times were simpler. If I got lost, sorry. Like
you're lost forever.
I'm lost. I'll figure it out.
I want to go back to those days.
Yeah.
I remember running out of gas on a back road before cell phones.
Wish we could take the back roads.
Makes me want to take the long way home. Put a little gravel in my travel.
So I have some ideas for how you can celebrate this day. One,
if you have a landline, then you've earned it. First of all,
true.
You've earned it because you're of a certain age. If you have a landline at your house, you've earned. You've worked hard. Take the day, or go ahead and take your pension. Go ahead and take that, and just retire.
See how many numbers you can remember.
Oh yeah. I remember a bunch.
Okay.
You remember your old numbers from childhood? Like your
I
old phone
remember
numbers?
my home phone number 321-383-9926.
803-776-0475.
Did you know that it was
we moved.
It was 321 because of the shuttle?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that fun?
We moved up to when I was 10. We moved, and that was 864-439-8838.
It's a good number.
I still know my parents' cell numbers, my wife's cell number, a couple of friends that haven't changed their cell phone numbers in a decade. I know your cell number because I've had to enter it in enough forms.
You still don't know my social, though.
No, I don't know your social, but I have it written down now.
If you guys ever break into the office, it's taped somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
I know my wife's, and that's about it.
Yeah, but I'm the guy that knows all my credit card numbers by heart, and my driver's license number, and my bank account numbers, and my routing number. Like I know all that by heart, and it has helped me a lot when you have to pay for things on the phone or do things or like enter it in before Google remembered all that stuff. Like, I just know it. I'll never have to get my wallet out.
I think you are. It does save some time.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
But also, like, it just helps. Like, especially driver's license number. Whenever you have to fill out anything with that, because you're like, oh, man.
But again, it's just a...
If you have your wallet on you. But I never have... Like, my wallet's not...
I always have my wallet on me.
No, I can't sit like that. It's weird.
I have my wallet and my key.
Your one office key there.
Also, call someone who still has a landline.
Yeah.
So say thank you for holding on the fort.
My parents have one still.
And last but not least, listen to some songs. I got some more songs for you.
8675309.
By
Jerry Lewis.
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone.
What other songs?
I got it. Let's see. That's the same song.
Call Me Maybe.
Call Me Maybe. Yeah, of course.
Carly Rae. 2 days in a row. I Just Called to Say I Love You.
Didn't Beyonce and Lady Gaga do a song called Telephone?
Lady Gaga did.
Okay.
She doesn't. Beyonce doesn't get any credit on this
featuring
list,
Beyonce. How do you not give her credit?
Ring Ring by ABBA.
Ooh, okay.
Hotline Bling by Drake.
Yeah.
Say My Name, Destiny Child. I don't know how that's.
Say My Name. I don't know.
Payphone by Maroon 5.
Yeah.
So these are all songs you can listen to today to kind of keep the juices flowing for National Telephone Day. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, share stories. What comes to mind when you think about the landline telephones? We'll get to that here in just a second here on Take the Day. I just called.
You said at 5 a.m. we still got to get those juices flowing for landline day. And that should tell you everything you need to know about the day right there. That's it. That's what tell you everything you need to know.
What comes to mind when you think about landline telephones?
Prank calls.
Oh, yeah.
Period. Prank calls. Before you could even star 69 anybody and there was no way to find out who just called you, prank calls were the jam. Like, that's what we did with our time when we were like, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Like,
Dude,
that was
when I discovered soundboards on E-Bombs World.
Oh, boy.
Forget about it, dude. Forget about it. It was awesome.
What's your best one? Did you have any good ones?
Who would I think my go-to is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So,
of course it was.
What can you do?
We used to call, I've done this on this, maybe on one, we used to call QVC a lot and prank call them. Mm-hmm. Like, with all different fun things. We would make up items they didn't sell and ask to buy.
Do you want to do it right now?
No, I don't want to do it right now. Like, it was super sophomoric stuff. Like, do you guys have the Elvis Presley commemorative toilet that says, had too much chili mama when you flushed it? or something like that. Like, it was definite, like, 10, 11, 12-year-old humor. Like, there was no way around it.
That's funny. That's good stuff. I don't care who you are.
We did that one. Like, I remember that one specifically that we did.
I think about, I might have this story wrong. My brother, Mark, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a girlfriend, but we didn't have the cordless phone, right? We didn't have the cordless. We didn't have the cordless. Yeah. So there was like this little like pantry by the door. Like, there was the phone was by the kitchen, of course, and he would get the phone and he would just like get in this little tiny pantry and he would talk for hours.
Oh my gosh.
But then I believe either my parents got sick of that or he got sick of that. And we got this very long cord that would stretch from the kitchen to his room.
Wow. Man, that had to be a mess in the house.
At what point do you just get a cordless phone?
No kidding. They were by the time, I mean, this had to be in the 2000s when this happened.
Yeah, probably early-ish 2000s would be.
How do you not have a cordless phone by the year 2000? They weren't expensive. That's crazy.
They went with the long cord.
Yeah, my takeaway from this story isn't Mark anymore. It's your parents. That's hysterical. Yeah. I remember long distance being a big.
I remember how long my dad has waited to get unlimited texting. Like, it was so many just massive bills before he was like, I can't keep this up.
My wife and I got married in 2006. We didn't have any money, like not two nickels to scratch together. Like, you just didn't have any money. And we had to get our own cell phones. Like, our parents both were like, you guys are great. We love you. We'd never let you go homeless, but you're on your own. You're adults. And we got our own cell phones and we got them from Sprint and we couldn't afford the unlimited texting package. And we were just like, we got a package that had a certain number of text in it. Like you get like 300 or 500, which is nothing. It's like a day now, right? And I remember just getting bills and just being like, I don't know how we're going to pay this. What happened? Why aren't we calling people?
Yeah.
That's wild.
The whole,
We changed to unlimited texting within a year of getting married.
because after you went over, it was
bonkers.
was it like 18 cents a
I
text?
thought it was in between 10 and 20 cents per text message. That's going to get out of hand quickly.
Sending the old text files.
Dude, now
Can't do
we
it.
have a business cell phone account, and they sent me another paper bill. And it's every call and text that the four of us have sent.
Which one of us sends the most text?
Oh, I don't remember. I honestly don't. It may be text message. It may be my wife. But from a standpoint of data, it's me and you by far.
It's me and you.
You.
We're here now.
You are locked and loaded this morning.
I gotta get those juices going, baby. What comes to mind when you think of landline telephones? What stories do we have from our Brainwell Jam Plus
Nicole
subscribers?
said, call and collect when you get to a friend's to let your mom know you made it. She would decline the charges. She knew you were there and no one had to pay. Yeah, that's a classic bit. You probably never had a collect call in your life, I would say.
I think I have, but like it was an accident.
Yeah. That was my favorite commercial too. The Geico commercial when they were like, you're trying to save money. And so do you remember this commercial at all? Mm-mm. The guy calls his parents and it's a collect call and you're supposed to say your name, like say your name after the beep. Like you've received a collect call from Brandon. Mm-hmm. But in that spot, the guy goes, Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy.
Okay, I do remember this.
And then they decline the charges. Like that's how they announced that they've had a kid without
I remember that.
spending any money.
Classic.
Yeah, classic bit.
Sarah, is my brother Mark might get along. Stretching the cord as far as it'll go so my parents can't hear the whole conversation.
Yeah.
And then getting a phone for my own room in the 9th grade, a Mickey Mouse phone.
Yeah.
I still have it even though it doesn't work. I want to say, gosh, I wish he was here to answer for himself here. But I believe he bought his own phone for his room. My parents found it. It was a whole thing.
Man.
My parents were very adamant about not
we couldn't have phones or TVs in our room for sure.
I mean, we couldn't either until it was just me, and then I got
you got to do whatever. You were the baby. You got to do whatever you want. Whitney said, my mom, knowing I was on the internet after she told me to get off for the night because we only had one phone line, look, if you are anywhere near my age, you know that experience. Getting online was awesome. It tied up the phone line. You had AOL Instant Messenger. All that was in your favor. But if your parents needed to use the phone, it was all ruined. There was just no other way around it. I still don't understand
how it was the same thing. Like, it's still, I don't understand.
Phone lines, baby.
I do want to say this quickly, though. I did get a TV in my room. And without that TV in my room, we might not be where we are today, Dan, because that TV in my room is where I watched my first Hallmark movies.
Wow.
Without that, without my parents finally being like,
did you get that after your older siblings left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right.
So, I mean, let your kids do whatever they want because maybe one day they'll have their own podcast.
Dude, Megan said when I was a freshman in college in 2008, there were still landlines in the dorm rooms. I don't know why, but my horrible roommate highlighted in a previous episode of Take the Day Off for coming to school with 12 bath towels, insisted on using the landline phone to talk to her boyfriend at all hours of the night, even though we had cell phones, which we could have used to talk to him in a room that her roommates were not sleeping in. They didn't have a good relationship, to say the least. So at least twice a week, I woke up to her screaming into the phone and banging the phone against the wall as they fought. I, of course, did what any normal person would do in my situation, pretend that I was still asleep so I did not have to deal with her. Your roommate sounds like a treat. Oh, my goodness. In 2001, when I went to college, we had a landline phone, and my voicemail was the classic, I said hello to start the voicemail. Classic, hello? And then you'd let everybody do the bit. Got him. Oh, just kidding. You reached.
You did that?
Yeah, I did it.
Oh,
I
Dad.
Know, right?
I'm not
never
been more ashamed.
I'm not
of you.
proud of it.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I went to college. Like, I'm not proud of it.
No, we did it, everybody. Congratulations.
Hey.
Talk about the phone today. Call somebody. You do all that stuff. Listen to the music. Tomorrow, tell us about your prom.
Yeah.
Tell us those prom stories. Give us that tea, that prom tea, if you will.
Yep.
We're going to leave you with a haiku. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful day.
Take the day off. A dumpster fire starts in the woods, who will hear, it's just a CCB movie.
Yeah.
It's just a CCB movie. That's 7. Brian, that's 8. Brian Harold, it's just a CCB movie. How did you get...
Boo! Boo you, Brian! Boo!
Boo! Man,